Okay, hello YouTube, good evening. Today we are talking about disciplines. For our start, can you present yourself for us, Leticia, please?
Good evening, guys. Nice to meet you. My name is Leticia. I am 20 years old. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I have been here in Talking Talk since April to practice my English and my skills of communication. And that's it.
Great, good evening. Welcome. Nice to meet you. And you, Luciana?
Hello, guys. Good evening. My name is Luciana. I'm 42 years old. I was born in Rio, and I live in Rio too. I'm married, and I have a son. I study English and Spanish in TNT. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And you, William?
My name is William. I am 27. I work with technology. I am analyst support, living in Sobral. It's a city from Ceará. It's a good place and a hot place. And what else? So I'm married, and I have 2 daughters, and I'm here on Talk to improve and take better my English.
Great. Nice to meet you. You are in the right place for improve and practice. It's okay. And Angelica, tell us about you, please.
Good evening, guys. I'm Angelica. I'm 20 years old, 26 years old. I'm single. I'm single. No. I have a boyfriend. I'm not married. Oh my god. I have no child. Like to watch series, movies. Listen. I like to listen to music. Um, I've been here in Talking Talk since July, over July, and that's it.
Great, nice to meet you. Now I think it's my turn, right? I'm Luana. I'm 24. I have 2 kids. I'm married. I live in Veraba, Minas Gerais. I'm a pedagogist and a biologist. I like to read a romance book, to dance, to watch TV series. I'm here size 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's it about me for now. As I said before, we are talking about difference. More specific, I think, is cultural difference. I love this topic because I like so much, and it's it. Can you start with the number one? How the cultural backgrounds influence communication styles. Are some cultures more direct while others are indirect in their communication? I don't understand the question, or I need to say in Portuguese. Okay, everything okay?
Okay.
Leticia, can you start answer, please?
So I think different backgrounds can influence, yes, because some cultures are more open in your way to speak. Some cultures are more, I don't know, sensitive to other people, and it's different. Our culture can influence a lot our behaviors, our preferences, and mainly our communication. So, for example, here in Brazil, we really like to talk and meet new people. And I think this made our kind of communication open. We are really open to meet, to talk, and that's it for me.
Great. I totally agree when you said about we are open, because I think our Brazilians like too much to listen and to help the others with advice and ask for help. And you, really, what do you think about?
How do the cultural backgrounds influence your communication? So I think it is by pelo modo de falar, by the way you speak. No, some people going to say the word and they speak, ou dizem em português, eles vão falar assim, para onde você vai? Aí, assim, se você tiver essa, assim, dependendo do lugar, você vai dizer com um sotaque, né? Então, assim, de onde você estiver, você estiver no Rio, você vai falar de um jeito, se estiver em São Paulo, vai falar de outro, se estiver em um interior, você vai falar de uma forma. And I think they influence a lot our communication. If I live in another country, I will like to enjoy this accent if I like it. And I think some culture is more, how can I say, I think it's that direct because the English have this. The English is a direct language, because do you speak something like, I don't know, maybe você diz o carro está virado para o lado, aqui no português. And in the English, you say the car to the left, somente isso. Assim, o carro virado esquerda, é basicamente o que eu entendo, assim. So, this style of communication from the language is, I think, influence a lot in the way. Some cultures agree with this as more direct, I think. That's this.
Great. What do you think, Angelica? Do you agree with me?
Angelica, me?
Yes.
More expressive languages make people more expressive, and vice versa. The other day, I saw that using east and west instead of right and left improves our localization ability, for example. And more open countries also create more indirect and open expressions. That's it. Backgrounds from language, from culture, makes impactos diretamente, né? No outro, né? Tipo, são relativos, tipo, um influencia o outro. É isso.
Great. And you, Luciana, what do you think about?
I think about it has a total influence. I think yes, some cultures are more direct, while others are indirect. For example, a gesture that is considered positive in one culture may be offensive in another cultures. Yes? That's it.
Yeah, I think the environment can influence more than the studies, because we can live in the same country, in the same city, and need to talk more formal and more open. Don't worry about our words too much about our words. I think the environment that we are can guide us, guide our communication. No, you understand me, guys?
Okay.
Okay, go to the number 2. Two different cultures have varying levels of hierarchy and respect in meetings. How does this affect the way decisions are made and ideas are shared? Uh, Angelica, can you start with that, please?
Yes, perhaps the more formality, uh, the greater the barriers in communication, which prevents people from being more open, giving ideas, innovation, working, etc. Uh, More or less, that's it.
Uh, Great. Lisa, what do you think about?
So I think that the idea of hierarchy can be a little bad to communication because can create a kind of barrier, as Angelica said. But on the other hand, the idea of respect can be good because, for example, in some cultures, the opinions of older people is really important because they have experience of life, and sometimes they know how we can do the things in our life, and I think this can affect the way that decisions are made because we can look for older people and ask for advice and ask for an opinion. And for example, I do these things with my grandparents because I respect them and I believe they can help me with my decisions.
Yeah. What do you think about Luciana?
I think in cultures that hierarchy and respect of the authorities, people may use more formal languages when communication with superiors or other peoples. In other cultures, communications can be more casual.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sometimes they want to hold the honor, keep the honor, and respect the hierarchy. Um, Will, what do you think about?
So last week I see this movie, and the people say they are so uh, uh, not a movie, a video on Instagram. The woman I said he know, ela tinha conhecido, knowing, and some Brazilian people, and they become more, how can I say, ela ficou mais amigável depois disso, né? Ela ficou mais amigável depois de conhecer o brasileiro. O que isso tem a ver? Tem a ver, he said, with my mom, she is a woman 30 years old, by the way, I think, and she said, the communication with my mother is, hi mom, how you doing? And if his mom said something, yes mom, I will do it. And she's just respect the people, just respect the hierarchy from his father, from his mother, and assim por diante, né? E ela disse que sempre foi assim, desde pequena, né? Desde pequenininha ela foi crescendo, foi com isso. Aí, she meet and knowing Brazilian peoples, and we are more open, I think, and we like to hug, to say a few words, something like that. And we don't have this hierarchy of mom and father like another country or in any country. And she said that, and I see it's amazing because I think in my head, okay, in my head, I have this image. My mom is my mom, my father is a father. It's okay. I will be. Eu vou tratar eles assim da mesma forma, como mãe e pai. Só que as pessoas levam isso a um negócio assim mais a sério quando se trata de outros países. So, how does this affect the way of decision made? I think it's almost like, yes, mom, okay, mom, I will do, mom, or something like that, you know, because from the hierarchy, you're going to respect and doing things. Maybe you don't do it if you knowing or if you have experienced something like in Brazilian or like the people Brazilian. Everybody, they come to Brazil, they said it's different, the treatment, o tratamento, né? Então, eu acho que a cultura realmente, ela, assim, tem esses níveis de hierarquia e respeito, né? Não só de encontros, mas também de vivência, né? De pai, de mãe, essas coisas, né? Esse my point, I think.
Yeah, totally agree. Sometimes we need advice to guide us, to the good way. And there's no one better than our parents or grandparents. I love that. I love their advice. I love the way that they teach us how to live.
Okay.
Another one, guys. Everything okay? Okay? Go to number 3. So, are there cultural differences in punctuality and time management in meetings? How do participants from different cultures view punctuality? Let's can you start with that, please?
I think this topic about punctuality and time management depends a lot on the way we were raised, because some people grow with in a stricter way and follow rules, stricter rules, and this influence the way that we deal with time and punctuality in general. For example, people say that Japanese in general deal in a strict way with time, and different here in Brazil, that sometimes don't we don't feel bad with atrasos and some things like this. So I think depends the way we are accustomed to deal with our life and our achievements.
Great. What do you think about this question, Luciana?
I think some cultures are more rigid about it, while others are more flexible. For example, there are places or situations where lateness is punished, while others may have more tolerance. Depends for cultures or situations.
I agree. And you, Angelica, what do you think about?
Yes, there are different features. The English, for example, are very punctual and more formal, while the Cariocas are not so punctual. I believe that the more expensive a culture is, the more people fall behind on appointments. I believe that formality and informality are factors in punctuality for appointments, but I could be wrong, especially because I know cariocas who are extroverted but punctual. And as Leticia said, there are people who grow up in environments that follow strict rules. And that's influence the way that person see the world, the rules, the appointments, etc.
Great. And William, what do you think about?
Okay, I agree with all of you. I want to. My wish is como é que eu digo? Que meu nascimento tivesse sido na Europa, para que eu fosse mais pontual na minha vida, porque aqui no Brasil eu não sou, não. And I think the cultural difference, especially in punctuality and time management, it's important and exists, of course. And all the countries they have these. In the United States or even China or Japan, like she said, and I think this affects so much because, like Leticia said, we are not so obsessed with this. With other people's, they set a schedule or appointment, and they show up a few minutes before happening. So in Brazil, we get there some about after 10, 15 minutes before they start, after they start. And I think the punctuality it's view in the culture is like important thing, and como é que eu digo? Nós devemos valorizar, né?
Yeah, I agree. And there are some times, some schedules that we need to be punctuality, need to have the punctuality as a job interview, you can't arrive later for that. So we learn that we need to be punctual. I think is kind of respect when we are punctuality, but but some things we learn different too, because that I learned that in some party we can't agree in the if we are if the party starts the 7 o'clock, you can't arrive at 7 o'clock in the party. You can arrive 7:30 or 8, before the 7. So I think is so relative. This thing about punctuality, I like to be punctual because I don't like to wait, so I try don't make the other wait for me. To another guys,
Okay.
what are some cultural variations in non-verbal cues like gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact during meetings? William, what do you think about this question?
I think eye contact. It's a thing number one about communication between me and you, or me and everyone else. Um, I don't like to talk with people. They look down when I spoke with them, and I don't do it that. I'm here, but we are talking, we are listening. I'm with the headphones and look for the screen to see the questions. But I look at you when you spoke something, and I can understand. That's great, but a lot of people don't make this, and this is the point of the. How can I say? Assim, se a a confiança de algo necessitar disso, não vai acontecer, you know? Trust about something depends on that. This not going to happen because you're looking down. You cannot put the attention on this. When you do not look for someone, could be nothing. You are not the. Você só não tem a prática, né? You are not practicing this, but I heard out countries, some peoples, they are looking to your eyes and look this with the open eyes on 100% looking and pay attention in everything on your saying. And if you, I have these, como é que eu posso dizer? I learned this muito cedo, com meu irmão, que também trabalha muito com comunicação. Ele disse, quando eu falo, when I spoke with the clients, I look into the eye and I can make the sales. Eu consigo fazer as vendas, eu consigo fechar negócio, porque eu olho para eles e faço isso, né? Então, isso é o ponto 100% de uma conversa entre duas pessoas, né? Quando tem mais um grupo ali, tudo bem, dá uma leveza, você não consegue focar muito, mas I think this is exists a variation, of course, there's no verbals like gestures in the face, you know when the how can I say, when your husband, when your boyfriend lied to you, or someone lied to your friend or anything else, I think it's important. I think it's 100% true, and they need to pay attention and something with eye contact.
Great. What do you think about Leticia? Do we agree with William?
So I totally agree with William. I think that our body language can say a lot about us and about how we feel about a situation or a conflict. I don't know. And I think, of course, there's variations. For example, here in Brazil, I think that we are our facial expressions are really strong. Sometimes we don't need to say one word, and other people understand us. And I like this. I like when I have this, I don't know, this connection to don't, it isn't necessary to speak. And a famous example, the Italians who shake their hands a lot, and it's impersonates because I saw a video on YouTube, and it's true. They talk do this all the time. It's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, great. And you, Angelica, what do you think about it?
So I don't know. See, it's hard to talk about that in English. Lower your head to greet the other person. Uh, Maybe don't move your hands too much. Look people in the eyes. Contact eye, right? Uh, Shake hands firmly. It's important to pass confidence to another person. In Brazil, there are some variations, of course, such as adopting more intense facial expression. Like Leticia said, we are so expressive. uh, I don't remember other things. That's it.
Great. And you, Luciana, what do you think about?
The culture influence the way decisions. I think it's very important to understand the cultural expectations and the norms because can help avoid conflicts and the decisions making process. It's very important to understand cultural expectations, norms. That's it. I think about it.
Yeah, I think when we talk, look in the eyes of the other person, we can create the connection, you know, and you can see the truth in the truth that come the other person and our truth for the others, you know, and this connection for me in meeting is very important because sometimes if you don't look in the eyes, you don't look for the person, you can lose something, you know. Oh my God, I stopped talking now. You know, even in expression, you will lose the expression. Stop talking now, talk more about that, you know, and this help you to continue or communication or cultural communication can say to how important are you, how good, how well or not we are in the meeting. Is it? I express a lot. I shake my head a lot. So I think I'm a little Italian. Go to the next, guys. How do cultural backgrounds impact decisions making process in meeting? Luciana, can you type? I think we are talking a little about that, but just go a little deep in this topic.
Question number
5.
5. 1 minute. Yes. How do cultural backgrounds decide?
Yes.
I think the cultural influences the way decisions is very important to understand the culture, understand expectations, because it helps avoid conflicts, helps in decisions making process.
Let's see, so what do you think about?
So I think not necessarily the cultural background, but our personal life experiences can impact the way that we make a decision, because a decision can impact lives in different ways and different levels. So for me, a decision can be a alarming thing, and for you can be a thing that you doesn't matter. So I think depends much more from the people who are making this decision and how the decision will impact their lives. So this is very relative.
Yeah, what do you think about Will?
I can suggest the question number 8 to answer, because I think it's about this. We are answer all the questions about backgrounds, and this is a good one. I can. So in multilingual meetings, how do language difference influence communication? We have 2 questions here, and the multilingual meetings, I think it differs a lot, because I'm living in Sierra, and I spoke one way, and there are other peoples living in another part of the country, another city, and they spoke, they have this difference, and we can compensate these these gaps, how ask here, we can compensate these gaps with how can I say this, com o nosso português. Já tem um jeito assim da gente entender, sabe? A gente meio que consegue entender de tudo um pouco. But if you are visiting another country, it's going to be more hard, because the people I heard it about this. The people who live in the Texas, they speak different way from the people they live in New York. It's the same in English, by the way, but in the countryside of the Texas, they have this way of talking. É como se fosse um sertanejo, sabe? Aqui, igual como tem no Ceará. And in conflict, in a moment, what's that we can be used to bridge language gap. Like I said, if we do not have this language like the Portuguese to understand everybody else, I think it's a bit hard. Imagine if the school of the country speak the Portuguese different way or another language if not the Portuguese. Entende? Então, assim, seria difícil. Eu acho que a gente pode compensar quando é no nosso país, quando tem a nossa língua, you know? Yeah, I think it's that.
Great. Anyone have what do you think about?
Three questions. I don't know. The less informal makes us make more radical decisions, perhaps. I don't know. The more open culture is generating this conflict to decision make. I don't know too. It also depends on the theme of the meeting and a whole context behind it. That's not just limited to culture. Culture is a small part of the whole context about the decision and meetings. Background, just personal backgrounds, also contributes to decision make in meetings. For example, that's it.
Yeah, I totally agree that depends how important is for our life the decision, you know, how much to change our life, our decisions, who are around this, you know, how impact our lives. I agree that it's more important than the background and all other things. Hello, everyone. How was the conversation? Do you enjoy? What do you learn, Jessica, today?
Olha, eu vou ser bem sincera. Foi difícil. Tem umas semanas que eu não estou participando, né? Que eu não participei de nenhuma imersão, por conta de problemas pessoais e tal. E eu voltei hoje e eu não tinha visto as perguntas. Eu achei bem difícil, mas graças a Deus a Simone e a Thaís tiveram muita paciência e empatia comigo e no final deu tudo certo.
I'm glad to hear that. The next week, the questions are more easy, you know. No semana que vem as questões são mais tranquilas. I promise. You came back in the next week. But I'm glad that we learned something and could talk. Gabriel, what you learned in this meeting today?
Yeah, in the other room, I was with Fran and Aureana, and we talk about cultural difference. Yeah, so for example, how the cultural difference impact in the meeting, the communication. And for example, it's an interesting conversation because we noticed some different gestures and non-verbal communication. For example, Italian people is like this, and on some countries we have, when you are meeting someone, you give 2 kisses, and in other countries it's just one. In other countries they don't want a hug and a kiss, it's just a distance. So it's a different way to lead with this cultural difference, in verbal and non-verbal communication.
Yeah, we talk a little about that in the main room, right, Leticia? Is for me is this person to not the difference, because you can learn with them and we can teach with them. Oh, in Brazil, you can hug, you can kiss in the two face, so it's amazing. And that's it.
And imagine other cultures, another person in Brazil, like in the carnival. In the carnival, we are just warmful people and friend people, just giving hugs to people we don't know. I don't know who this person is, but we hug this, we hug the other person.
Right. Guys, thank you for coming. Today is about that. I put on the chat the survey, so answer that for us so we can improve our meetings to you. Bring a suggest for subject that you want to talk about, because this helps us, it's anonymous, so feel free for say everything you need to say. Okay, so go to the happy hour, enjoy the happy hour, enjoy our Friday, and come the next week. Okay, bye bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night, see you guys.
Night. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.